station of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are LA.
The Angels enter round 2 against the Athletics with a 1-game lead in the American League West. A series win would leave the Halos with their biggest lead of the season with 1 month to play. It all starts tonight with Game 1 of a 4-game set. Angels, A's, next. Halos coming off a nice series victory over the Miami Marlins, and in perfect time, too, to welcome in the Oakland Athletics for the first of a 4-game series. The Angels with the victory last night, along with Oakland's win over the Houston Astros. And the Angels maintain a 1-game lead in the American League West. As we welcome you inside the Big A, and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubza. I'm Victor Rojas. And over the last couple of nights, we've seen the offense kind of, I guess you could say, explode. And last night, Mike Trout, for the second time in his career, hit his 30th home run.
Yeah, using the entire field, Victor, and I think that's why he's been successful the last couple of games, jumping on a fastball and taking a look at our AT&T U-verse rewind. We can see that perfect swing last night for Mike Trout. Pitch that was out over the plate, drives that ball to center field, dead center field for a home run. His 30th of the season, giving him now 71 extra base hits and 94 RBIs. And all those numbers sound great, but what Mike Trout said afterwards, for me, proves why he is a leader on this team right now. So it's always, nice to reach that 30, but the bottom line is he wants to get this team and help this team get to the playoffs and put up those numbers in the postseason environment. That's what he wants to do.
Well, they'll have a good chance to start doing that here in this weekend series. Sonny Gray going for the Oakland Athletics. C.J. Wilson on the hill for the Angels, as we're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return. Angels baseball is brought to you by CarMax. Start the search for your next car at CarMax. By Porsche, there is no substitute. By the UPS Store, your one-stop shop for your small business needs. And by the Fiat 500 1957 edition, return of the original. Visit FiatUSA.com to learn more. Someone snuck into the audio part of the truck downstairs.
Yeah.
That was you, wasn't it?
Oh, yes.
Little slaughter.
Yes,
coming
indeed.
back. Kick off a four-game series against the Oakland Athletics. The Halos have not played well against Oakland this year, just a 4-8 record. But on that 4-8 mark, the Angels are 3-3 here at home. If you want to look at glass half full, they did lose 2 of 3 last weekend at the Coliseum, and we're waiting, of course, for C.J. Wilson, always late to his home starts, and that's why the team is just now taking the field. C.J. threw the ball well in his last start, and that was against Oakland at the Coliseum. This is a team that is struggling offensively, especially against left-handed pitching, so the hope is that he can carry over that start at the Coliseum to here at the Big A. Let's take a look at Bob Melvin's starting lineup for the second place Athletics at 78-54. Coco Crisp leading things off. He's in center. Craig Gentry is the right fielder. Josh Donaldson at third. Johnny Gopes gets a start at left. Derek Norris will serve as the DH tonight. Alberto Callaswo at second. Brandon Moss at first. Giovanni Soto, who has good numbers in his career against the Angels, just recently acquired. He'll start at catcher, bat eighth, and Andy Perino is the starting shortstop, batting ninth. Taking on C.J. Wilson, a 10-8 record and a 4.45 ERA.
He's throwing the ball very well of late. He's throwing the ball well against Oakland his entire career. 10-game winner this year, 4.45 ERA. But the keys for Wilson to be successful against Oakland is remember those successes versus Oakland. 11-game winner in his career and throw lots of strikes. That's always an issue with C.J. Wilson, throwing a lot of strikes. He gets ahead of the count. He can finish off these hitters quickly and get deep in the game.
And he kind of did that in the last start, which is a good thing, and that's why it bodes well for him to do that yet again. Never easy, too, to repeat anyways, going back-to-back starts against the same team. Here's the defense behind Wilson tonight. Josh Hamilton at left, Mike Trout at center. Cole Calhoun is in right court. Beckham gets a start at third base. David Freese will serve as a DH. Ibar, Kendrick, and Pujols, the rest of the infield from short to first, and Chris Iannetta behind the plate.
The middle infield are always so important when CJ's on the mound. Fielding percentage 981 for Eric Ibar, second amongst AL shortstops. 9 errors, 127 games, very active, great coverage, and a strong throwing arm.
Coco Crisp ready to lead things off. The Angels with their victory last night. As a matter of fact, the last 2 nights, now 43-24 here at home, is Greg Gibson, the home plate umpire, waiting to get this game started, as if we haven't already waited long enough. Tonight's first pitch, when it is delivered, it's delivered and brought to you by the UPS store.
Kind of odd why the game hasn't started quite yet.
So Wilson's ready to go. And it looks like Greg Gibson just waiting for the high sign to get this one started. And wait, we shall do. Angels at 79-53. Both teams playing their 133rd game of the season. Oakland comes in with a better division record than the Angels, just slightly better. A couple of victories, 31-22 against the West are the Athletics. The Angels at 29-22, but for the Angels compared to last year, a drastic turnaround within the division. And now we're ready to go. First one tonight is in for a strike. Mentioned Greg Gibson. He's the home plate umpire. Phil Cuzzy at first base. Will Little at second. Jerry Davis at third. It's a veteran umpiring crew with the exception of Little. Coco skies one out to a shallow left. Ibar backpedals out. And there's the first out of the ball game. It'll bring up Gentry, getting to start tonight in right field. .261 batting average for Gentry, 5 doubles, a triple, 10 runs batted in. He's hit safely in all 9 of his games against the Angels this year, and a 13-game hitting streak overall against the Halos. As he looks at a strike. Very good speed, a guy you want to keep off the bases. And it's 0-2.
When CJ attacking the strike zone early on. It's good to see from him.
58.2% strikes in his last start against Oakland. No decision for him, as that one It's off the glove of Chris Iannetta. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 6 1/3 innings, 1 run, 5 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks for CJ.
Yeah, some great defense behind him too. Out at the plate on a throw and out at third base on a throw. So the defense played very well behind Wilson up in Oakland.
1-2, a breaking ball. Did he go? No. Kelsey says he did not go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and he busted out that curveball in his last start against Oakland, something had not done a whole lot of late.
Very important pitch for him. His changeup's been very good. He's been throwing a lot more changeups, but his curveball is solid also.
Tapper foul. Count remains even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 14th start at home for C.J. Wilson this year. His last one here was on the 12th against Philadelphia. Picked up the win. Last 2 starts out on the road, Boston and Oakland. And a full count. Josh Donaldson, the third baseman, on deck. This is an A's team that has struggled offensively, batting average wise, but overall in the season leads everyone in runs scored. This one's down the right field line. Long run for Cole Calhoun into foul territory, and he makes the running catch for out number 2.
Well, Cole has played some outstanding defense in right field. Great coverage. Speaking of gloves, and another great play, my big key to this game, the little REO Speedwagon, keep on gloving you. With 2 pitchers who've had success against their clubs, throw the ball so well, it's going to come down to a defensive play or not made in this game to determine the winner of the game.
I see what you did there.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to break with some slaughter? Are you in talk back telling the guys what we're playing to break?
Oh, yeah. Got to. Big series.
Donaldson takes up and away. A's third baseman hitting .253, 25 home runs, 87 runs batted in. Been dealing with some soreness on the left leg, knee area. Kind of felt a little tweak in that series against the Angels over the weekend on a play at first base. That was the throw that Ibar made. Eventually got away from Albert Pujols. And that little step over the bag there kind of aggravated the knee for Donaldson. But a gamer, everyone nowadays is dealing, especially this late in the season, dealing with something. Albert, we saw yesterday, kind of coming out of the game late. A little bit of a lower back issue, but he's fine and back in there tonight. And a 4-pitch walk. So you get 2 quick outs, pounding the strike zone, and pitches around Donaldson. And we'll bring up Johnny Gomes.
He had 13 pitches thrown in this inning so far for Wilson, 7 out of the strike zone, only 6 in the zone so far.
The old strike to ball ratio.
Yeah, not exactly where CJ would want. 59% this season as far as strikes to ball ratio. Too good of stuff to be in that position.
Gomes, a .241 hitter. Off speed pitch down low, so that's 5 out of the strike zone. Gomes coming over with John Lester in the trade for Yoenis Cespedes. Native of Petaluma, California. Second stint now with Oakland. He'll look at a strike to even the count. .288 hitter against left-handed pitching this year.
7 for 20 in his career versus Wilson with a home run and 3 RBI.
Gomes in the start against CJ on Saturday, ended up going 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Looked very comfortable at the plate.
Yeah, when you look at this Oakland lineup, not many hitters have had a lot of success against CJ Wilson in their careers. This being one that's had success. Brandon Moss just had 5 at bats, 2 hits. Other than that, not a lot of success against Wilson for A's hitters.
Took something off. Kind of froze Gomes there, and it's 1-2. Donaldson over at first with a 2-out walk. Gomes with a 1-2 count. Upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Donaldson with a short lead at first base. And they'll check in on him.
Donaldson doesn't have much of a lead over there. CJ's going to have that concentration on one of the few guys in this lineup that's had some good swings against him.
Trying to work around that 2-out walk. Ground ball to second. Now he has it. And Wilson works around that 2-out walk. Right at the bottom of the first, Calhoun, Trout, and Pujols coming to the plate. Mark Guba's on the wheels of steel. Little poison. The scoreless. With those score, we'll check out Mike Scioscia starting 9 for the Angels at 79 and 53. Cole Calhoun will lead things off, and he's in right. Mike Trout at center. Albert Pujols at first. Josh Hamilton in left. Howie Kendrick at second. Eric Ibar, the shortstop. Free as to serve as a DH tonight. Chris Sinetta behind the plate. And Gordon Beckham gets started over at third base, and he will bat ninth. Taking on the 24-year-old right-hander native of Nashville, Tennessee. He got through the ball well in that Friday night start at the Coliseum. He had ended up pitching into the 9th inning.
Yeah, and he had a tough month of August until that point. 13-game winner, fastballs 91 to 95, curveball, very good one, slider, changeup. But the keys against Sonny Gray, head of the count importance. When you get ahead of the count against him, you have a better opportunity. 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, all right around 400 batting average against, and lay off that breaking ball, especially that one in the dirt.
8 1/3 innings in that Friday night start. 3 runs, 6 hits. 2 of which were home runs. At 5 strikeouts and 3 walks. Cole takes downstairs. 1 for 5 game last night for Calhoun. 290 average, 13 home runs, 46 runs batted in. He's hit an even 400 on the season against Oakland pitching. Little flare out to shallow right. Callaspo moving out is there. And there's the first down in the bottom of the first. Defensively for the Athletics, Gomes, Crispin, Gentry from left to right in the outfield. Donaldson, Perino, Callaspo, and Moss from third to first. And Soto behind the plate.
And Brandon Moss getting that start tonight at first base. We've seen him make some outstanding defensive plays. Some real good range. Good outfielder also, but when he plays first base, very solid. In the 2 hours, he's turned 38 double plays. 46 start at first base, left, right, DH, but very good at first base. Very mobile.
Oakland known for the interchangeable parts, the matchups that they play. Stephen Vogt, another guy that's played some first base, some outfield as well. Vogt's been dealing with a foot problem that has kept him from catching. Norris has been dealing with a back issue. Soto coming over the trade from the Texas Rangers. They start tonight behind the plate. Got a .291 average, 30 home runs, 94 runs batted in. Fouls this one back. It's 0-2. Right now with the back-to-back multi-hit games. 3-hit game on Tuesday night. 2-hit game last night. Going 2 for 3. Also drew 2 walks. Good career numbers.
And with those 2 home runs, 3 for 8. Pitches down, one that being a curveball he hit out the other day in Oakland.
That was the first inning home run. Fastball missing down and away. 1-2. Pujols on deck. Skied foul and out of play down the right field line.
Sonny Gray 2-0 in his career versus the Yankees with a 2.74. He's 9-1 against the AL West this season with an ERA 2.14.
Right-hander has great stuff. First round pick in 2011 out of Vanderbilt. Now delivers a 2-2. Inside, full count. Payoff pitch. That is upstairs. No, a called strike 3. Got the top part of the strike zone according to Greg Gibson. 2 down.
And Greg Gibson, not necessarily known as a pitcher's umpire, but gave a pitcher's pitch on that one against Mike Trout. Upper part of the strike zone, just getting the upper part at 95.
So 2 outs, double to Yan and Albert. That's the play. .276 average for Pujols. 0 for 3 game last night. Did pick up an RBI. Also drew a walk. 23 home runs, 81 runs batted in. Scoreless here in the bottom of the first. 3 infielders on the left side for Oakland with Albert at the plate. This one's fouled back and out of play. No balls, 2 strikes.
Over by Jim Kotzbu.
Yeah.
That's an automatic catch.
You'd think, right? All the gold gloves in
Yes.
1.
Yes.
Bob Costas and Jim Cott here doing the game for MLB Network.
Boy, could he pick it.
It's blocked by Soto. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Calhoun with a pop-up to Trout. Striking out looking. Breaking ball. That got him. Down goes Pujols. Back-to-back strikeouts for Sonny Gray. The Angels are down in order. We go to the second. No score.
Coming up later in the game, we'll check out the news from around the majors on the Cardinals Jr. Sports Update. A walk-off piece in Motown. And a pitcher retired 46 straight before finally giving up a hit.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're going good.
And I got a little bit later on, I'll tell you who broke up that streak.
All right.
A real athlete. Just a little tease for you.
This has been alleged before, Mark. Norris, Callaspo, and Moss here the second against C.J. Wilson. Faced 4 batters in the first inning. They should have walked as Gibson calls a strike on Norris. A little bit different strike zone than we're accustomed to from Greg Gibson today. Generous on the pitcher's side. That last pitch of Norris seemed to be just off the plate.
Same thing with that pitch to Albert Pujols.
1 ball, 1 strike. Norris serving as a DH tonight. 275 batting average, 10 home runs, 49 RBIs. He's over his last 8. That's in the offensive side for Oakland. Has struggled in the month of August. A 232 team batting average this month. This one's bounced over to third. Beckham has it. And there is out number 1. That 232 average is the lowest batting average in the American League. But that being said, when you're facing a staff like Oakland has, all you're looking to do is scratch out a couple of runs and hope that the starters in the bullpen are able to lock it down. They are the second best staff as far as ERA is concerned in the American League with a 3.26 ERA.
That's why I just feel that at some point during this game, whether you make a play or not defensively, may be the key to winning this game.
Callaspo swinging first pitch. Lofts one out to shallow center field. 2 down. Folks, the Angels will take on the Athletics tomorrow at 7:05, and fans in attendance will receive the Angels vintage shirt courtesy of Pechanga Casino and Resort while supplies last. Purchase tickets today by visiting the Angel Stadium ticket office or by logging on at angels.com. You said the Angels are wearing throwbacks tomorrow, right?
Yes, they are.
The old V-necks from the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Double-knit polyester, always comfortable.
Oh, they were, especially when it was hot like it is. It's going to be today. Well, today it is. Tomorrow the same thing. Perfect. Very comfortable.
I would assume that the A's they'll be throwbacks. They got some great throwbacks.
They got plenty of them.
Oh, any number of combinations. Was the one we saw the other day in the concourse at the Coliseum, the Catfish Hunter sleeveless.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Moss tonight getting to start at first base. 248 average, 23 home runs and 76 runs batted in. One ball, 2 strikes. A's have fared better against right-handed pitching so far this year. 253 average against righties, 240 against lefties. And a better batting average at home by about 20 points and out of the road. Moss did not go, according to Jerry Davis. The pitch was off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's really close. Moss almost crossed the plate. See if he did. Looked like he held up. It was close. Looked like he held up. Pitch didn't miss by a lot either.
That's one of those that probably wouldn't get an argument if it gets rung up.
Yeah, it's either
close
way.
enough, right?
Yeah, it was definitely close enough to call him out.
CJ threw 18 pitches in that first inning. 2 quick outs here to strike the second. Full count. Giovanni Soto on deck. Second full count that Wilson is at. They should have walked in the first inning to Donaldson. 3-2, and that's a called strike 3. Greg Gibson rings up Moss, and CJ picks up his first strikeout. We'll head to the bottom of the second, no score. Coming up later in the game, we'll bring you the AT&T fan photo of the game, but we need your help. Tweet us your photo using hashtag WestFanPhoto. It could be shown in an upcoming game broadcast. Sonny Gray had himself a 1-2-3 first, including a couple of strikeouts. And he'll face Hamilton, Kendrick, and Ibar here in the second. 3 strikeouts in the game combined, all 3 looking. So something to kind of keep an eye on with Greg Gibson behind the plate. Calling it for both sides, it's all that matters. Josh takes upstairs. 266 average for Hamilton. 10 home runs, 44 runs batted in. Multi-hit game last night with a single and double. Also picked up an RBI. Doubled his 20th.
And that's the thing that Sonny Gray does so well. He's able to throw his curveball for a strike. And then when he gets ahead of the count, then he'll get the swing and miss one in the dirt.
Little bouncer, foul ball. Just up that first base line. Soto trying to get it in fair territory, but it's a foul ball. And Hamilton, one of the 2 home runs on Gray Friday night.
Yeah, he got a good swing at this pitch right here. Another breaking ball. Both home runs hit against Sonny Gray were breaking balls. That was down and in his zone where he did not want to throw that pitch to Hamilton. So now swinging the bat exceptionally well. Driving the ball, almost had his first home run at the Big A last night. Just missed that one to center field.
Yeah, pretty much a line drive out to center field on an off-speed pitch from Henderson Alvarez. A 1-2 count. Hamilton leading off the second inning. Ball missing, down and away.
Soto was setting that target, make sure he kept that breaking ball down. We just showed that highlight, that down and in breaking ball was hit out of the ballpark against Gray up in Oakland by Josh Hamilton.
Foul back with the fastball. Kendrick on deck. Howie was the DH last night. So Mike Scioscia, true to his word about bouncing Gordon Beckham around the infield. This little loop route to shallow left field. Gomes comes in, not going to get there. Falls in for a base hit.
Hamilton with good career numbers overall against Oakland. Just 296 batting average with 18 home runs, 76 RBI. This breaking ball just goes the other way. Pretty good pitch. He's trying to make contact in protect mode. It's a base hit into left field in front of Gomes, the left fielder.
Such a tight curveball too. I mean, it's some guys occasion maybe telegraph a curveball, or it's got that little hump to it. Sonny Gray's tough to determine fastball, curveball as far as the release point is concerned.
Yeah, he has the prototypical 12-6 break to his curveball. He has a very good changeup to go along with the fastball we talked about 91 to 95, but he spots the fastball well, and that's why he's got great numbers.
And at times when he gets, I don't want to say erratic, but there's so much movement on his pitches. If he can't control or harness that movement, he ends up walking some guys. But 3 very good pitches. 1 ball, 1 strike. He'll change that eye level too.
So both of his strikeouts looking were upper part of the strike zone. Fastball to Trout, breaking ball to Pujols.
Howie hitting 279, 5 home runs, 55 runs batted in. As I mentioned, Gordon bouncing around. He's yet to take over for Eric Ibar. Kendrick and Freese have had a couple of days off, quasi days off as DH. It's down low. The Angels only have 2 off days left the rest of the year.
Well, when you watch Soto throw the ball back to the pitcher, there's always that hesitation for a while. That's why a delayed steal, we saw Pujols do that in Oakland, down in Texas, I should say, when he was a member of the Texas Rangers. Because he takes a while to get that baseball back to the pitcher. You can have a delayed steal against him.
And he drops to his knees on occasion. Two balls and 2 strikes.
And how we look back at Greg Gibson, asked if that was a strike, and that ball was below the strike zone. Now even the count now for Sonny Gray against him.
Two off speed, and that is past Perino to left. Left that pitch up. Back-to-back hits for the Angels who strike the second.
So Gray's given up a hit on a curveball and a hit on a changeup in this inning so far. Now you have a guy at the plate who has very good career numbers, not only against Sonny Gray, but against the A's, and has that ability to drag a bunt. It's too much of the plate. Middle of the plate, above the knees for a changeup becomes an extremely hittable pitch, and how he did so.
Ibar's riding a 12-game hitting streak. 282 average, 6 home runs and 55 runs batted in. And Gray, like most good starters, sometimes give you that window of opportunity to capitalize, and if you don't, they go into a shutdown mode. Ibar takes a strike. So if there's an opportunity to not only score a run or two here, but to add on, you better take advantage of it.
Remember in Fenway Park when the bar was up in a similar situation, we say swing away. But these are the times, especially when you're facing a very good pitcher in Sonny Gray, you may not have many opportunities. That's why you might see Ibar try the bunt to advance two base runners.
Both Donaldson and Moss playing in. Those are the corner infielders. And that shot through the left side. There's a base hit. Hamilton's going to be waved in. Johnny Gomes up and firing it to the plate. And it's 1-0 Angels. Ibar extends his hitting streak to 13 games.
Boy, just going with the pitch. How often have we said that the last 3 games now from Halo hitters? Going with the pitch, going the other way, going up the middle, and a lot of success. If you try to pull that baseball, that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. Instead, it's a single and an RBI, and the hit streak continues for Eric Ibar.
No hesitation whatsoever from Gary DiSarcina, and Hamilton got a good jump from second.
And Gomes, it took a while to be able to throw the baseball. He's got a pretty good throwing arm. 2 outfield assists, but it took a while for him to get into that position to throw the ball. You have to take chances when you're facing a very good pitcher like Sonny Gray.
So 3 straight hits to start the second. David Freese looks at a strike. Ibar picking up his 56th run batted in. Freese a .259 batting average with 6 home runs, 41 RBIs. He's the DH tonight. 0 for 3 game last night. That's a breaking ball and advancing to third is Kendrick. Ibar stays at first base. Good read by Howard.
Yeah, real good read. At that point at first base, you have to make sure the runner's going to go to second or third. Saw that ball in the dirt by Howie, very aggressive. He's in the scoring position now at third base. It's the 12th wild pitch of the season for Sonny Gray.
And now Soto will come out and flash the defensive signals if Ibar were to take off where he's going to throw. .14 stolen bases for Ibar. Has been caught 9 times. Big hole on the right side. Callaspo playing toward the middle with Freese at the plate. Moss, of course, holding Ibar at first. 1-0 Angels here in the second. 0-2 breaking ball's blocked. Ibar's going to try to advance on the wild pitch, and he is in there safely. Great read by Eric Ibar from first.
And we talk about how well they've been doing with the bat, but they're very aggressive on the bases also. Good read. As soon as that ball was in the dirt, secondary lead. You read that, see Eric Ibar saw that ball in the dirt. It was going to have to be a perfect play by Soto. No chance to get him.
So a 1-2 count on Freese. Infield back. Runners at second and third. Sonny Gray went fastball in on the very first pitch. 2 breaking balls to get to 1 and 2. Freese swinging at one of them. Chris Sinet on deck. Went off speed and just missed A borderline pitch. Evens up the count. Angels last night went 2 for 11 with men in scoring position. Tonight's action hitting .271 as a team with men in scoring position. 2-2 now. Little bouncer out toward the mound. Gray looks to third, flips it over to first. Freeze retired for out number 1.
Yeah, Sonny Gray, very athletic at fielding his position as a pitcher. Still was able to field that and look to make sure that Howie Kendrick did not go. That's the one ball you don't go on contact when the ball is hit back towards the pitcher.
Here's Iannetta. 259 batting average. Probably 257 batting average. 5 home runs, 34 runs batted in. Nice handwriting on my part in the scorebook. Chris last night 0 for 4.
Generally, power pitchers will throw that first pitch inside with a man on third to try to jam a hitter.
Conger got the start Friday night with Sonny Gray on the mound, so Chris getting the start tonight. Off-speed pitch. Not an easy pitch to lay off of either on a 1-0 count. This is just below the zone. 2-0.
Hitters, when they're ahead of the count 2-0 against Sonny Gray, hitting .423 with a home run and 4 RBI coming into this game.
Cued into the A's dugout on the first base side.
Mike Gallego, third base coach, said he's all right.
Three straight hits. Ibar putting the Angels up 1-0 with an RBI single. Did not go. 3-1.
Pretty good patience in this at bat for Iannetta against Gray. Fastball just off the plate inside, followed by a changeup. Then he threw him a four-seam fastball he fouled. He was a little late on, then took that curveball in the dirt.
Outfield straight around for Oakland. Moss a little bit off the line at first. Kendrick at third, Ibar at second. 3-1 on the way. Breaking ball, and it drops in there for a strike. Full count. Complete confidence in a breaking pitch. A 3-1 count. And you lock up a hitter.
I always thought that was never a bad idea because you still have an open base at first base. If you're a guy, especially like Sonny Gray, who will get some ground balls, you still feel you're only one pitch away from getting out of an inning. Why challenge a good fastball hitter in a fastball count?
Here's the 3-2. And he went around. Or did he? Yeah, he did. Gibson rings it up. Finally, 2 down.
Got away with a hanging breaking ball there. Very similar to the spot where he got Albert Pujols looking about that same height. That's definitely not by design. That's more of a mistake as a pitcher, but it's tough to lay off that pitch as a hitter, though, because you see it up there spinning a breaking ball. It's not firm. It's 82.
So Beckham now trying to pick up both Freeze and Iannetta. Remember, we were just talking about adding on. Lifts this one foul and out of play down the right field line. Beckham last night 2 for 4. A single, a home run, 2 runs batted in. 219 average. 8 home runs down this season. 38 RBIs. Third baseman tonight. Folks still filing in here. Gorgeous shot of Angel Stadium. Game 1 of a 4-game series. Angels with a 1-game lead in the West. Gray's thrown 25 pitches so far in the second inning. This is popped up on the third base side. Toward the dugout, Donaldson runs out of room.
And now on this count, and Soto's going to go out and talk to Sonny Gray. He throws a lot of breaking balls in the dirt at this point. Now, if you're Howie, you got to get that good secondary lead like you had at second to advance to third, just in case the space ball's in the dirt. Especially with a guy with already 2 wild pitches in this inning alone and 13 on the season.
Little flare to right. That'll bring in one. Ibar being waved in. It'll bring in 2. 3-0 Angels. A 56-degree sand wedge out to shallow right.
Played well by Gordon Beckham. Had a big game last night. Got a lot of friends with that team now as he goes back in that dugout. But what a good pitch, too, by Sonny Gray. But Beckham just making contact in that protect mode. Not quite that breaking ball in the dirt, maybe because of the fact that you've already bounced a couple and you've got 2 wild pitches. You want to make sure you don't bounce it enough of the plate where Beckham is able to flare that into right field for a 2 RBI single.
So back-to-back games for Beckham with 2 runs batted in. Back to the top of the order now, and Cole Calhoun, who popped out to Callaspo into shallow right. His first inning at bat. 3-0 Angels here in the second. Jerry Davis rings that one up. Nasty little action on that 95-mile-per-hour fastball. He had a little cut action.
Yeah, I was going to say that was an angry fastball. That little flare in there. 3-run inning. Again, using the whole field. Home runs are great, but good at bats, quality at bats, using the whole field better.
Quick throw to first, dug out by Moss. Is that one of the more frustrating things as a pitcher? You get 2 outs, get ahead 0-2, and all of a sudden a little flare like that.
Yeah, you get a comebacker, you get a strikeout, you think you're through the inning, you got 2 strikes on a hitter and number 9 hitter. But as a hitter, all you're trying to do is just to make them make a play on you. And he made contact, got into the outfield and rewarded the 2 RBI single for Beckham.
Off speed, grounded just in front of Gary DiSarcina. Looks like he's doing a double dutch over there.
He was quick.
Skipping rope.
Oh, great football.
Ball wasn't near him, was it?
Not taking any chances.
0-2 count. And a swing and a miss. Down goes Calhoun. 4th strikeout of the game for Sonny Gray, but the Angels do strike first, and they do so for 3 runs on 4 hits. The capper Beckham's flare out to right.
Boy, this is a great approach. Is just going with the pitch, going the other way, and successful swings. With the Halos taking their early lead here in this big 4-game series. Game 1 today.
Folks, on Sunday, it's another family Sunday presented by your Colts probiotic drink when the Angels take on the Athletics at 12:35. Kids can enjoy free games, arts and crafts in the right field pavilion, and much, much more. Purchase your tickets today at the Angel Stadium ticket office or just log on at angels.com. TJ Wilson had to sit for a while as the Angels sent 7 men to the plate in the second, but now staked to a 3-0 lead. And he'll face 8, 9, and 1. Soto, Perino, and Crisp. Second game as an Oakland Athletic for Soto after being picked up in the trade. The Texas Rangers on the season, a .250 average, a home run, and 3 runs batted in. Just playing in his 12th overall game. Started the season on the 60-day disabled list. Had to have knee surgery. It's 2 balls and a strike. CJ picked up his first strikeout in the second. His first 1, 2, 3 innings. 1 strikeout, 1 walk.
Been pretty solid in his last 3 starts. 2-0 with an ERA 1.96.
2-1 pitch. Soto pops it up. Albert Pujols coming down the line, calls for it. 1 down.
Shortstop, number 12, Yankees.
Much easier play for the first baseman or third baseman coming down the line, as opposed to the catcher having to go out that far. Then the catcher has to leave the dirt in front of the plate.
It's a tougher play. Yeah, anytime you can have the first baseman or third baseman call him off at that point, much easier play coming in.
And to be the pitcher too, especially not on a high pop-up where the corner infielders don't have time to
you get a great read because you're releasing that baseball. You know exactly where it's going to go at that point. With Soto hitting, you're going to have your both corner infielders playing back.
Ball and a strike on Andy Perino. Shortstop hitting 167. 3 doubles, a home run, and 3 runs batted in. th game of the big leagues for Perino. As he fouls that one at the plate. It's 1-2. Jed Lowry on the disabled list, so Perino getting the time at shortstop. A little number foul. Lowry went on the disabled list on August 15th. Fractured his right index finger. Same day that Perino got called up.
Well, you mentioned the difference in the numbers between lefties and righties. And on the backswing from Perino hits the mask of Chris Iannetta. Against left-handed pitching, the age is 240, 253 versus right-handed pitching. Completely different lineup and different look.
Greg Gibson rings up Perino, 2 down.
It is a backdoor cut fastball getting the lower part of the strike zone. Another called strike by Greg Gibson. 2 punch outs in the game for Wilson, both looking.
6 in a row retired by the left-hander since the walk to Donaldson in the first. Here's Coco Crisp, who popped out to Ibar his first time up. Not a full slate of baseball games in Major League Baseball today. There is some action ongoing. This one shot up the middle. Base hit for Coco. First hit of the night for the Athletics. Comes with 2 outs here to third.
Coco just a 135 hitter coming into the game against Wilson. Now 6 for 38 against him.
So it keeps the inning alive for Craig Gentry. Seattle is off today as far as other American League West Division games. Texas trailing Houston 4-2. Kansas City and Minnesota tied at 5. That game's in the 8th. Kansas City needing a victory. Otherwise, they'll lose a game in the standings. But I'm not going to tell you what happened, because that's part of the Carl's Jr. Sports Update.
Yes, indeed.
Apparently.
So what we heard.
Baltimore took care of Tampa Bay 5-4. Orioles at the start of the day had a 6-game lead. And now that game, or that lead, I should say, is 7 games in the American League East. Here it's 3-0 Angels. 3 runs in the second. 1-1. Gentry takes low. 2 balls and a strike. Gentry fouled out to Cole Calhoun in the first inning.
And if you're Wilson, you don't want to give the A's any life here, especially with Josh Donaldson on deck. It's a guy you want to get that offense going once again for the Halos.
Chopper to third. Backup has it. They'll go the short way. They force out Coco to end the inning. Well, to the bottom of the third, Trout, Pujols, and Hamilton coming up for the Angels, with the Halos leading at 3-0.
Of the trade presented by Ram Trucks. The importance of that good secondary lead and reading the ball in the dirt. Howie Kendrick reads it in the dirt, advances to third. Eric Ibar, secondary lead, reads that baseball in the dirt and slides into second. Both advancing on the wild pitch, eventually scoring on the base hit by Gordon Beckham. How important that was to read that ball in the dirt with great secondary leads.
Halos with a 3-0 lead, sending 7 men to the plate in the second inning against Sonny Gray. Mike Trout leads things off. First one is a changeup. First strike. Trout struck out looking. The first inning of a 3-2 fastball that caught the top part of the strike zone. One line to center. Leadoff man on.
Using that big part of the field once again. Fastball. Able to get his hands inside the baseball. Was on the inner half of the plate. Tucked his hands in. Gets the barrel of the bat out in front. and line drive up the middle for Mike Trout. Now 4 for 10 in his career versus Gray.
He's on board for Albert, who struck out looking himself on a breaking ball in the first inning. Trout takes off, and he'll pick up a stolen base. Picked the right pitch, too, on a hard breaking ball. Trout picks up his 13th stolen base.
Well, when you're facing a tough pitcher like Sonny Gray, you have to be aggressive on the base. We showed that in our tools of the trade. The great reads by Howie and Eric Ibar, and then an opportunity to steal a base. His 13th on the season for Mike Trout. Picked the perfect pitch.
Halo so far 2 for 4. Bennett scoring position as Albert takes another breaking ball low. It's 2. They call the first one a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
We tied him up with a 2-seam fastball inside.
One, 2. Breaking pitch popped up. Callaspo drifting out. Calls for it. 1 away. Trout remains at second base.
Pujols now just 1 for 9 against Sonny Gray.
So 1 out. Trout still in scoring position. Here's Hamilton. Base hit to left to start off the second. Scored 1 of the 3 runs.
When Mike Trout was ready, if that ball hit the dirt on that breaking ball, he was going to be able to get to third base. Great secondary lead by Mike Trout at second.
Five hits for the Angels. 1 out here to third. Oakland with 1. Try to lead off single and a stolen base. Pujols with a pop-up. This one's out toward left center field. Playable for Johnny Gomes, the left fielder. Trout goes back to tag. He's going to try to go to third. A throw from Gomes, not in time.
And taking those chances, especially with Sonny Gray and his ability at times to overthrow his curveball and bouncing in the dirt. Being at third base gives you an opportunity to maybe get a scratch run. And Gomes fielded that ball on his non-throwing arm, and because of that, that little hesitation allowed Mike Trout to get to third base.
So 2 outs and Kendrick at the plate. However, the base hit through the hole on the left side in the second inning, also scored a run. Fifth career appearance for Sonny Gray. Came into this one with a 2-0 record, a 2.74 ERA against the Angels in his brief big league career.
Mike Trout 6 for his last 9, and when you look at all those hits, including a home run to center field, all been using the big part of the field. Now with Howie an opportunity to drive him in.
2-0. 3 balls and no strikes. And Ibar on deck.
Seems to be Mike's just committed to using that entire field these last 3 games. Not looking for the home run, waiting for that pitch to be able to drive it, using the whole field.
And that is ball 4. That ball got away from Soto. That's why Gibson, the home plate umpire, trying to get away from it. First walk issued by Gray, and Eric will bat with runners at the corners here, 2 down. Remember, first opportunity for Giovanni Soto to catch Sonny Gray. Just his second game as an Oakland Athletic, and it's one thing to be in a batter's box facing a guy. It's another to go out there, call a game, and catch him.
In that conversation now with Kurt Young, the pitching coach, with Soto and Sonny Gray, it is tough. You're so used to a certain catcher catching pretty much a majority of your games, and all of a sudden you have someone new who he looked for certain pitches. A lot of times you'll see a catcher calling pitches that either he had success against you or he didn't have success, and you go with that pitch more often. Say that Soto had been struck out a number of times by Sonny Gray with his curveball. The catcher's more apt to call more curveballs, and we've seen a lot of curveballs called in this game so far by Soto.
Ibar 1 for 1. RBI single his first time up, also scored. Soto getting the start today with Norris serving as the DH. Norris, most games he's caught in the big leagues this year, dealing with a sore back.
Well, look at who's caught in the majority of the games for Sonny Gray. It's been John Jaso behind the plate a number of the games for Sonny Gray.
2 balls, no strikes, and Jaso currently on the 7-day concussion list. He's been dealing with that on and off, had it last year as well. Precipitating the move for Soto, trying to get someone that will be behind the plate, kind of give Norris off his feet a little bit.
He's had a tough time moving around as much and as quick as he used to, Norris, with that back issue.
Trout standing at third, Kendrick at first, a 2-0 count at Ibar. On the corner. Halos trying to expand their 3-0 lead here in the third. Certainly making Sonny Gray work. Next pitch will be his 60th of the night. 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 5 hits allowed. Fishing on the breaking ball, comes up empty, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's like Soto set up back inside. They'll throw to first. Howie back in there. Quick move by Gray.
Got 1 pickoff this year. Great footwork by Gray.
Base hit by Ibar in the second inning, extending his hitting streak to 13 games. And 2-2. Breaking ball low. Full count. Howie's going to be off with the pitch now. David Freese on deck. 3rd full count for Gray. Moss will play behind with a left-handed batter in the batter's box. Howie takes off. The 3-2 is ball 4. So back-to-back walks now issued by Gray. Loads them up for Freeze.
Well, this is the time where you really want to expand the lead against this Oakland club. We've seen them over the last couple of seasons. When they're allowed to stay close, that's when they're really scary late in the ball game. You got to expand the lead when you can.
Well, they saw it last night in Houston.
Yeah, they had bases loaded. Houston with one out had a chance to add on. They were leading 3-2, did not. And Oakland came right back and scored 3.
Freeze 0 for 1, hit a little number out in front of the mound. Gray retired him. No balls and 1 strike. Patterns remain the same for Sonny Gray on right-handed batters. First pitch in and off the plate.
It hasn't been a strike.
Like we said earlier, so much movement on that pitch. So tantalizing out of the hand. This one's bounced over to third. Donaldson has it. He'll throw to second, and the Angels leave him loaded. 3 in the books. 3-0 Angels. Against the Oakland Athletics, the Halos with a 3-0 lead. Folks, tonight's game is being powered by Energy Upgrade California. Manage energy and help California stay golden. Visit energyupgradeca.org. C.J. Wilson back to work here in the 4th inning, facing 3, 4, and 5. Donaldson, Gomes, and Norris. 44 pitches for the left-hander, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit. One of the walks was to Donaldson on 4 pitches in the first. So Josh with no official AB tonight as of yet, as he'll look at a strike.
CJ's been able to command that part of the plate with his fastball tonight.
That is pulled down the line. That is a fair ball. Hamilton picks it up down in the corner. Donaldson is on board with a leadoff double, his 24th of the year.
Well, this pitch was up and in. Donaldson turned on it right down the left field line. Off the plate, how quick his hands were to get through the baseball and hit that one and keep it fair down the line. 90-mile-an-hour fastball inside that chalk down the left field line for a double. 24 double for Donaldson.
It's that one inning, that kind of a swing inning that you really need Wilson to kind of keep that goose egg on the board and or limit whatever damage, since the Angels just left the bases loaded.
And the momentum shifts over to Oakland when you get through that inning without any damage. Now it's up to CJ to stop that momentum.
Johnny Gomes at the plate. He grounded out to Kendrick his first time up, and he'll take the low for ball one. Gomes getting to start in left field tonight. Double by Donaldson, the second hit for the Athletics.
There's a pitch arsenal this season, and compared to tonight for C.J. Wilson, fastball pretty close at 60% during the season, 59 tonight, but the changeup 13 on the season, 24% tonight. Breakable 27 on the season to 17% so far in the game as far as his breakable curveball slider.
Good off-speed pitch there.
The changeup once again. It's been very effective for Wilson, especially when he backs it up with that two-seam fastball and that same plane away.
Effective so far. I'd like to see that strike to ball ratio a little bit better for him tonight so far, 28-21. But it's working. 2-1 pitch. This is pulled foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One shot, and that may have gotten Hank Conker.
He's bending his back as if it did. A smile on the face for Hank Conger after that baseball got him in the dugout.
2-2. Missed outside, full count. Lead off double for Josh Donaldson. And Gomes now with a full count. Derek Norris on deck. Driven out to left. Hamilton back at the wall will make the catch. Donaldson tags and heads to third, and Johnny Gomes just missed a 2-run home run, and it's the first down here in the fourth.
Went the right part of the field for Wilson and the Angels as Josh Hamilton got all the way back to that wall, right to that 390 sign in left center field. Using that entire 390. Jumping up and making the play and getting the baseball in as quick as possible. Donaldson, good decision on his part to go back and tag up. He's going to score if he doesn't make the play, but he advances to third. It's solid defense by Josh Hamilton.
So man at third base, 1 out. Here's Norris, who grounded out to Beckham at third. That was in the second inning. Just the third game as a DH for Norris this year. Two balls and no strikes. Ground ball to third. Beckham keeps it in front of him. Holds Donaldson. And they still get Norris for round number 2.
Well, that's the only ball on the ground that's going to prevent a run from scoring. Up the middle, shorter second. The Angels will give up the run for an out, but because it was hard hit at Beckham, able to keep the ball in front and keep Donaldson at third base.
Under control. I mean, you look at it, did not panic, kept the ball under control, knew that Donaldson, didn't matter if he ended up taking off anyway, because you were going to get the out at first. That's where you're going.
And then he still looked him back anyhow to make sure, because that baseball was hit hard. in the stretch by Pujols. See if CJ can get through this inning without giving up anything.
There's
Keeping that momentum.
Callaspo swings first pitch in this at bat and fouls it off to the right. Did the same thing his first time up and hit a fly ball to Trout. Alberto now 0 for his last 13.
Just 5 for 27 in his career versus Wilson.
One ball, one strike. Calhoun playing shallow in right. A little bit toward the line. Trout shallow and toward right center.
Over the years, we've seen Alberto Callaspo hit a lot of fly balls that way, batting from the right side to right field.
Shoots this one to right, and it's playable for Cole Calhoun. And C.J. Wilson works around a leadoff double. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Halos have 8, 9, and 1 coming up, leading at 3-0. Here in the fourth, up 3-0. Want to remind you that you don't want to miss USC's opener this Saturday on Fox. The 15th ranked Trojans will take on Fresno State in a rematch of last year's Las Vegas Bowl, won by USC 45-20. College football returns to Fox this Saturday at 3:30 Pacific.
Could be some serious offense in that game.
Yeah. No shortage of conversations in that pregame show.
No.
Fight on?
Yes.
Iannetta, Beckham, Calhoun. Too soon?
Never.
Chris Iannetta, strikeout victim his first time up. As the count evened up on him at 1 ball, 1 strike. 4 strikeouts for Sonny Gray, 2 walks, 5 hits allowed. But stranded, the bases loaded in the third. Walked 2 guys with 2 outs with Trout standing at third base. And then got Freeze to hit into a fielder's choice that ended the inning. The Angels at the start of play tonight coming to this game hitting as a team 206 with the bases loaded this year. It went down just a little bit.
Boy, really surprising when you think about how well they've swung the bat here, especially lately, of using the whole field. And the most important thing to do with the bases loaded is use that big part of the field, try to hit the ball up the middle. there's always plays to be made on the corner, especially corner infielders. There's a play at the plate, a potential double play ball.
I haven't looked it up recently, but at one time, wasn't it the Dodgers and the Angels had the 2 worst batting averages in baseball, and the bases loaded?
And if you
those
asked,
2 teams,
if you asked anybody, they would be the last 2 teams you would mention.
Right? I think the Dodgers at one point had just gotten just below 200. The Angels are just over 200 right now. Beckham on deck. 2 RBI single for him on the second that extended the Angels lead to 3-0. 4th full count for Sonny Gray, and that's why he's going to about to throw his 70th pitch here in the 4th inning. And he walked a 3rd walk. 3rd straight inning that the leadoff man has reached for the Angels.
Well, we've seen Sonny Gray throw a lot of games against the Angels, but he just doesn't look quite as comfortable tonight, overthrowing pitches, pulling off pitches, and missing them way off the plate or off the plate inside.
Well, you've touched on this a number of times, especially in my 5 seasons here, talking about starters that their next start is against the same team, and you think that you've got to change things up.
That's always the hardest thing to do, especially when you have a good game against the team. To follow them up the very next game is against the exact same team. You think, okay, they're going to make adjustments. They're going to look at videotape. They're going to know exactly what I got them out with the game before. Hitting's hard. If you just stay with your same game plan, force them to make contact on the pitch you got them out with the previous game, you have a chance to be successful, but that creeps in your mind every time as a pitcher.
Beckham tried to bunt. He's in the hole now at 0-1. 40 runs batted in on the season for Beckham now. This is sharply hit to Perino. Nice play by the A's shortstop, and it turns into a 6-4-3 double play. That ball jumped up on him, and Perino stayed with it.
Boy, Beckham can't hit that baseball any better on the ground, but Perino, what a play. It looked like it was by him. When he picked it, it being a 6-4-3 double play, that baseball had a chance to get all the way to the wall in left center field. Perfect feed over to Callaspo to finish off a 6-4-3 double play.
Cole Calhoun looks at a strike. He's 0 for 2 so far with a pop-up and a strikeout. Oh, 2 pitch. This is hit second. Callaspo, a little bit of a bobble. Gathers it. The Angels are done here as they face, Gray does anyways, a minimum 3 batters. Helped out by that double play ball. We'll head to the 5th. Halo still on top.
Enjoy better. Call 1-855-1TWC. By the 2014 Camry at your Toyota dealer today, we make it easy. And by AT&T Uverse TV, mobilizing your world.
Top of the fifth inning, Oakland will set up the bottom third of its order to face C.J. Wilson. The Angels leading 3-0. Moss, Soto, and Perino. T.J. worked around a leadoff double by Josh Donaldson. Kept him stranded at third base. 58 pitches so far through 4. 2 punch outs, 1 walk, and 2 hits allowed. A single to Coco Crisp and a double by Donaldson in the 4th. Moss is 0 for 1. He struck out to end the second. One and 2.
Good feel for a slider at times tonight, too, for Wilson.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Moss playing in his 58th game at first base this year. He's hit better against left-handed pitching this season than he has against right-handers. 272 against lefties, 243 against right-handers. This one's looped into right, a base hit. So back-to-back innings. The leadoff man on board for Oakland will bring up Soto. Folks, the Angels' wives have put together their annual player favorites baskets for an online auction to raise money for the Angels Foundation. The baskets contain autographed game-used items as well as items from the players' hobbies other than baseball. To bid on these baskets and for more info, just log on at angels.com/auctions.
It's back-to-back innings in which A's hitters have got their hands inside the baseball to get a hit. Moss, and that fastball was inside. And then the same thing with Donaldson last inning.
Soto's 0 for 1. He popped down in the infield to Albert Pujols. Shoots one down the right field line, and this one is going to be trouble. Calhoun bobbles it, and it'll cost him a run. Soto will end up at third. It's a 3-1 game.
One of those tough plays right in that corner. You commit to going to get the baseball that corner, and it bounced away from Cole Calhoun.
Colm committing his first error of the season.
It's one of those tough plays, too, as you get to the wall for Calhoun and try to cut it off, then it bounced and got away from him.
Double for Soto, and then the error by Colm.
Really a pretty tough error because he never really got a chance to get his glove on the baseball as he tried to cut the angle off on that flare in the right field by Soto.
There's Andy Perino. Struck out looking his first time up. So back-to-back hits for Oakland against Wilson here in the 5th. This one's fouled off to the right. Nice catch by Fan.
Big crowd here tonight. Saw some big crowds up in Oakland when the Angels were up there last weekend.
Incredible crowds over the weekend in Oakland. $33,000 on Friday, and then over 36,000 the next 2 nights. Oh, 2. Jammed and rolled to first. Pujols got to it quickly, looked at Soto and kept him at bay at third base. 1 out.
And another no contact play on with the catcher Soto running. You're not going to be able to take that chance anyhow, but it cost him a run potentially last inning, not going on contact. or at least forcing a good throw to home plate by Beckham.
Coco Crisp single to center the third innings. He's 1 for 2 tonight.
It's a good curveball from Wilson.
It's been a neutralizer at times when he has used it. Give hitters something else to think about. And he's varied the speed on it as well.
When Chili Davis has said that when you talk about C.J. Wilson, the hitting coach for the Oakland A's, he said his stuff is outstanding. They don't really read the ball out of his hand real well. Judging by the numbers that C.J.'s had against Oakland, you can see why he feels that way.
1 ball, 1 strike on Coco. Soto over at third base. Bouncer off the body. A single by Moss, flared to right, then Soto flared a double that went into onto the warning track, ricocheted off the wall past Cole Calhoun. He got charged with an error, his first of the year. That allowed Moss to score, and Soto ending up at third. One-two pitch. Missed it.
Just off the inside corner. Now you can throw that breaking ball down and in again.
Gentry's on deck. 2-2 now. Oh, that came up. That kind of came up and bounced up in the face area.
Oh, at least got around the shoulder area.
Yeah. Got in the elbow there. Yep.
Always a pitcher, you're so tempted to try to sneak a fastball away now, especially after a number of breaking balls. You showed a fastball inside.
RBI single to center makes it 3-2. Trying to sneak a fastball
inside, though. And that's where he's been hurt in this game. Wilson has with a fastball in.
Second hit of the night for Chris. Picks up his 45th RBI.
Especially because hitters are going to look for sequences. After a breaking ball, you went a fastball in. This time he got his hands inside the baseball and back up the middle for Crisp.
And again, especially after seeing the reaction on the breaking ball on the previous pitch.
You'll have a tough time with a fastball away. But a fastball in, you're in protect mode. Got his hands inside the baseball and up the middle.
So it's 3-2 now, and here is Gentry, speedy outfielder with 1 out. Now you've got to deal with Coco Crisp over at first base. 16 stolen bases for him. He's been caught 4 times. Gentry is 0 for 2. And he hits one out to center field. Trout is there. 2 down. So Donaldson will bat with Chris standing at first base. Donaldson's been on board twice, walked to first, doubled in the 4th inning and was stranded.
You're going to see C.J. throw over here to Crisp. Crisp may try to steal the base here. 17 on the season.
He has not run, however, in 29 games, which is a new career high for him.
surprising because that's a huge part of his game. Trying to stay healthy too.
Yep.
And the need for Bob Melvin to have him playing every day in center field.
Double by Donaldson in the fourth inning, his 24th. As he'll look at a strike. Counting the up at 1-1. One to Donaldson. This one's pulled foul. That hit Jerry Davis. Third base umpire. That depends on where it got him. He's good.
He's doing a good job of hiding that. I know that.
He's not going to rub it. That's for sure. He's not going to let anybody know.
He's like, nah, I'm all right.
That ball was smoked.
Right off the, looked like the ankle.
Like the right ankle.
Just above it.
Oh.
Pretty tough. That was a rocket.
He's going to be leaning on that left leg a little bit more so now. One ball, two strikes. Crisp over at first base. 2-2. Next pitch will be the 80th for CJ. Back-to-back singles to start this one. Narrow charge to Calhoun. Bringing in the first run, and then Cooper Crisp with the RBI single. Tails in the bottom of the fifth. We'll have Trout, Pujols, and Hamilton coming up. Wilson trying to keep it a one-run lead. Taking a little stutter step there. CJ throwing over. Chris take that running start a number of occasions and be successful with it. There it is there, and Pujols tags him out. He tried it. And we'll head to the bottom of the fifth with the Angels still up.
He's able to time that perfectly. Wilson for the pickoff as Chris was going to go. Tries to get back. Tagged out by Pujols. 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th. But back last Friday with Sonny Gray on the mound, Mike Trout, first inning, got a breaking ball down and in, golfs it out for a home run. It's 2 career home runs for Mike Trout against Sonny Gray.
Trout pulls Hamilton here in the 5th inning. 3-2. Angels on top. Mike's 1 for 2. It's just from out the left center. That jam just enough. Chris was there. 1 away. Now the Angels have had opportunities. They had opportunities in the 3rd inning to add on, and did not capitalize. And now the last thing you want is to get Sonny Gray kind of locked in here and settling in, even though he's thrown 76 pitches. Had a fairly quick 4th inning after the leadoff walk Dianetta. Beckham smoked one towards short. Perino made a nice play to start a double play, and then Calhoun grounded out.
Yeah, you want to try to add on, especially when you consider all the relievers for the Angels in the bullpen are right-handed pitchers, and they have a lot of left-handed bats on that bench. For Oakland, you want to expand this lead.
Albert 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up.
Hitters hitting .423 coming in this game on a 2-0 count against Gray. That's what Pujols has right now to try to do some damage.
Three 0 now. Albert with the 0 for 2 tonight is now 1 for 9 in his career against Sonny Gray. He'll take a strike. 3-1. Josh Hamilton on deck.
Well, he is not giving in and throwing any fastball on a fastball count to Pujols and another ground ball.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. So Pujols now 0 for 3. And 1 for 10 now to his career against Sonny Gray. And here's Josh. 1 for 2 with a base hit and a run scored. Fly to left his last time up. Takes the breaking ball and slices it foul. Coming back from commercial break, we showed you the 2 home runs that Gray allowed in that last start. Trout had one. Hamilton had one. And that was the first extra base hit that Sonny Gray had allowed to a number 4 hitter this year.
It's pretty impressive. Number 4 hitter known as the cleanup hitter.
Line to second, and the Angels are done here in the 5th. Sonny Gray starting to get comfortable. We're through 5. Halos still up 3-2.
6th. And now it's time for the Cardinals Junior Sports to update around the majors. Alex Avila walk-off lifts the Tigers over the Yankees. And Yoshimo Petit retires MLB best 46 straight hitters before Jordan Lyles, the pitcher, had the first hit off him. He retired a major league record 46 straight batters. Petit.
That's pretty good.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
I was always happy to get 2 or 3 in an inning.
It's baby steps, right?
Yeah.
Try to build up. Donaldson, Gomes, and Norris here in the 6th inning for Oakland. 3-2 Halos. Donaldson was at the plate when Coco Crisp was picked off to end the 5th inning. First pickoff of the year for C.J. Wilson, 9th of his career. And Donaldson takes low for ball 1.
Yeah, a couple seasons ago had that 5.
80 pitches thrown by Wilson, 48 of it strikes, 2 punch outs, 1 walk, and 5 hits allowed. Leaving the count up.
It's a good changeup. Continues to have a better feel for that pitch. Remember last time up, Donaldson got a fastball in and turned on it. So you want to stay away on him.
Two balls, 1 strike. And Donaldson cranks one to left field, and this is going to tie things up at 3.
Well, what did we just say about the inner half of the plate with a fastball? He just hit a double down the line on a fastball in. This time, fastball in inner half of the plate hits it out. His 26th home run.
It was just like the Coco Crisp base hit last inning. You can't throw fastballs to fastball hitters, and Donaldson made a pay for it.
He was looking in the inner half of the plate. He did not miss that. He's able to get his hands extended, barrel the bat, and way out to left field for Donaldson.
He's been on board 3 times with a double, a home run, and a walk. That's his 26th of the year. 88 runs batted in. Here's Johnny Gomes, who has good numbers in his career against CJ. Gomes tonight 0 for 2. Breaking ball in for a strike. You're not going to fool anybody, especially like Donaldson, after you've just missed way outside off the plate. Trying to sneak something in. So the 3-0 lead erased. 3-3 tie here in the 6th. Gomes takes a strike. 1-2.
Pretty good pitch from Wilson. Time Gibson did not call it, and when CJ doesn't get that call, he'll have to walk off the back of the mound to gather himself back up there and try to hit a good spot again.
Full count. Norris on deck. And a walk. So home run followed by a walk. Second issued by Wilson. These are the games and the time of year in which the Angels need C.J. Wilson to step up and limit things. Last thing you want is something to snowball here.
But you're going to go out to talk now as Mike Scioscia got on the phone to get the bullpen going. 90 pitches thrown for Wilson in this game so far.
Mike Morin is the first man up. Long conversation, and Greg Gibson will come out and break up the meeting. He's trying to give Morin every opportunity to get ready. 3 straight innings. The leadoff man is reached. CJ worked around the leadoff double in the 4th inning. Allowed 2 runs in the 5th. And now the leadoff home run to Donaldson to tie things up at 3. Gomes over at first with the walk. Derek Norris, the DH, steps up. Twice is grounded down to third baseman Gordon Beckham tonight. So for 2. 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 3 left on for Oakland. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error, 4 left on for the Angels. Johnny Gomes isn't going anywhere. Ground ball to short. High bar. Kendrick. To Pujols. Double play. Like that. 1 pitch, 2 outs.
That's a big double play. Middle infielders Eric Ibar, Howie Kendrick turned. This looked like C.J. Wilson was having a tough time commanding the strike zone, but just like that, with 1 pitch, gets 2 outs.
Kayaspo looks at a strike. This one's fly to left. 2 out single. Kayaspo 1 for 3 on the night. Hit a couple of fly ball outs. This one pulled the left. It'll bring up Moss.
And with another tight game against Oakland, like my Hyundai key, the game keep on gloving you. Had a big double play turn there by the Halos with Ibar and Kendrick. Boy, every single game seems to be close against Oakland. It's been that way for a lot of years. And once again, it's going to come down to that big defensive play, who wins this ball game.
Moss 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Now the 2-0. Moss thought about pulling the trigger. Takes outside. 3-0 now. And with Soto on deck, just might be CJ's last batter if Moss reaches. On the corner.
With that close call, that old in the neighborhood 3-0 pitch.
Morin is ready to go. Kayaspo over at first. And he walked him. Second walk of the inning, and Mike Scioscia's seen enough. That's going to be it for C.J. Wilson. 2-out single followed by a 2-out walk. Wilson unable to get through the 6th inning. And Morin will be charged with trying to get the Angels back in the dugout in a tie game. So a pitching change here in the 6th. We're tied at 3.
Wilson done after going 5 2/3. He departs with men at first and second base. You see the first 4 innings. And since then, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks. And like I said, responsible for the 2 guys on base is Mike Moore, is our first relief pitcher. He's delivered by the UPS store. 48th game, 3-3 record, and a 2.47 ERA. This will be his first outing since Monday, and Monday he threw 26 pitches.
Been very solid for the Halos. Mike Soch, we talked about the bullpen. We even talked about the bullpen in the pregame show. So many guys in important roles. It's an extremely important role now here with Mike Moore to keep this when tied, get the offense back on track. 3 runs in the second, have not scored since that point.
Soto's 1 for 2, a pop-up, a double, and a run scored. Callaspo, the base runner, at second. Moss at first. First pitch, a slider in for a strike. Off speed and just missed. Evens up the count at 1-1. A 3-3 tie here in the 6th inning. Donaldson a leadoff home run. It's 26th of the year down the left field line. 1-1 on the way. Slider misses. 2 balls, 1 strike. Goes with the fastball, evens up the count.
Painting the fastball on the outside corner, especially after the word gets around. You have a very good changeup and breaking ball.
Handles in the bottom of the 6th. Have Kendrick, Ibar, and Freeze due up. 2-2. Breaking ball missing down and away. So full count, and that means the base runners will get a head start here with 2 outs. Runners go the 3-2. Soto takes inside for ball 4. So now they're loaded up. 3rd walk in the inning. No place to put anybody. And here comes Andy Perino. Nope, he's being called back.
It's like a pinch hitter.
Yeah, Stephen Vogt will pinch hit here. So Perino done for the night. 0 for 2. Vogt a .313 batting average this season. 9 home runs, 32 RBIs. As a pinch hitter this season, he's 2 for 8 with 2 runs batted in. And now here comes Mike Butcher.
We'll go over to the scouting report for Morin versus Vogt here now. Vogt, another good fastball hitter, very patient hitter at the plate though. 313.
Callaspo standing at 3rd base. Moss at 2nd. Soto at 1st. 3-3 tie here in the 6th.
1-0. A long top of the 6th inning. Both the 7th man to step to the plate wearing an Oakland A's uniform. It all started by the home run off the bat of Josh Donaldson. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. It's fouled back. Right after with a fastball.
You can tell that swing with a fastball from Vogt. Very patient, looks to get in that position where you get a fastball. If you get ahead of him, though, you can expand the zone and get a swing and miss.
Change up, foul back, had him out in front. 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul back. Another off-speed pitch. Sonny Gray worked out of a bases loaded 2-out situation in the 3rd inning. And Mike Moore trying to do that here in the 6th to keep this a tie game. Humped up on a fastball at 94. But you talk about confidence. That slider down and in.
He has a lot more confidence, I believe, in his all speed than he does his fastball. Even though he has a good fastball, he's very confident with his all speed.
Breaking ball, and that was up.
That was the pitch, the right pitch, but that was elevated.
You saw Iannetta was set up inside. Two fouled off and off the end of the bat
at 71 miles an hour.
Good battle here between Mike Moore and Stephen Vogt, the pinch hitter. And now Vogt backing out. Two again. Fastball swing and a miss. Down goes Vogt.
Boy, how clutch has that youngster been, Victor?
The job done.
Wow. Pressure pack situation to come in for Mike Moore, and he gets the punch out against a very good hitter, keeping the game tied.
After walking Soto to load him up, coming right after Stephen Vogt and getting the strikeout and keeping this a 3-3 tie as we begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Eric Sogard takes over at shortstop for Andy Perino. He will bat in the 9th spot. Sonny Gray back to work. He's coming off a 1-2-3 5th inning.
A long delay that inning though. Jump on a fastball early.
Howie looks at a fastball for a strike. Kendrick's been on board twice with a single and a walk, and he's also scored a run. This one pulled towards short and under the glove of Sogard, the new shortstop, and the Angels have their leadoff man on board.
And that's what you want to do, put the pressure right back on Oakland. Sogard just getting in the game, trying to backhand this baseball, but underneath his glove. 3 errors at shortstop position, although that'll be a base hit.
Base hit for Howie. Here's Ibar. He shoots one out to the alley in left center field. Coco Crisp was shading him that way. Tracks it down and gets the baseball back in quickly.
Boy, hit well by Eric Ibar, but Coco Crisp at great closing speed.
Hey, tonight after the Angels take on the A's, catch the debut of In My Own Words. David Freese as the Angels' third baseman talks to us about life on and off the field. It's In My Own Words. David Freese tonight only on Fox Sports West. Freese tonight 0 for 2. Bouncer back to the mound. The fielder's choice ended the 3rd. One ball, one strike. Kevin Jepson getting ready. He'll be pitching the 7th. Time for the order due up for Oakland in the 7th inning. Crisp, Gentry, and Donaldson. .88 pitches thrown by Sonny Gray so far. This one's fouled back. Gray with 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, and now 6 hits allowed.
And that frustrating walk away from the batter's box for Freese. He had a changeup that was up, and he just missed crushing that baseball.
The 1-2. Ground ball to 3rd. Donaldson. It's Cayaspo. The relay back is a double play. So the Angels are done here in the 6th. That's 3 consecutive innings in which Gray has faced the minimum 3. We'll head to the 7th for time 3.
presented by Audi. Josh Hamilton got it working in the second as far as 3 hits in a row. Hamilton, Kendrick, Ibar scoring 1. Josh Hamilton sliding in, and Gordon Beckham with 2 on at the 2 advanced on wild pitches. Drives in Howie and Eric Ibar at that point, giving the Halos a 3-0 lead. Oakland scores 2 in the 5th, and then Josh Donaldson in the 6th. A solo shot off of Wilson tied the game up at 3, and that's where we're at now here in the top of the 7th.
Kevin Jepsen takes over on the mound. He threw 21 pitches last night against the Marlins. This will be his 65th game. 0-1 record at 2.10 ERA. He'll face Crisp, Gentry, and Donaldson. 1, 2, and 3 for Oakland in their batting order. Coco Crisp, 2 for 3, 2 singles and an RBI. Everything else around Major League Baseball a final. Minnesota ended up defeating Kansas City in extra innings, 11-5. The Tigers pick up a game in the Central. Breaking ball for a strike. The RBI that Coco had in the 5th inning, his 45th of the year. At that point, meant a 3-2 Angels lead before Donaldson tied it up in the 6th. All 3 runs charged to C.J. Wilson, lasting 5 2/3 tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Some good swings for Crisp against Kevin Jepsen, but even a conversation today with Kevin Jepsen, his ability to throw his slider and changeup for strikes makes his fastball better. A different Kevin Jepsen this season. There's that changeup.
1-2. Mike Moore in 1/3 of an inning, 1 strikeout, 1 walk. Breaking pitch, grounded to 3rd. Beckham's got it. 1 down.
And that's the difference for Kevin Jepsen. A changeup and a slider in that sequence against Crisp to get that all-important first out.
There's Gentry, the right fielder. 0 for 3. Game of the standings separating these 2 ball clubs. The Angels with a 79-53 record. Oakland with a 78-54 record. The Angels at the start of play tonight, 4-8 on the season against the A's. One victory up at the Coliseum. That was on Sunday. These 2 teams will meet 3 more times this weekend, and then 3 more times the last week of the season. I'll be at the Coliseum. 2-0 now on Gentry.
Well, this is a guy you definitely want to keep off the bases. Great speed. He's had a lot of success as far as stealing bases against the Angels in his career, both as a Ranger and as an Oakland A.
Chopper to short. Ibar comes charging in. Gets rid of it quickly. 2 down.
That's well played by Eric Ibar. Knowing you have to charge that baseball if you wait back for that hop. Gentry's speed, he's going to beat it out. Boy, the aggressive charge on that baseball and the quick transfer to get Gentry and keep him off the bases.
First 2 guys retired here to start the 7th. Here's Donaldson. A walk, a double, and a home run. 26 home runs, 88 runs batted in now. And both of the hits on C.J. Wilson on the fastballs up and in.
Swing and a miss on a breaking ball down and away. Trying to untie with one swing of the bat. Went around the breaking ball.
Well, that's how good that slider is. That wasn't even close to the strike zone, but Donaldson committed to his swing. Even though the ball was in the dirt.
No balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Angels in the bottom of the 7th have 8, 9, and 1 coming up. Another slider. This one's taken for ball 1. Cincinnati wants that fastball away. It's off the plate. Two now. Breaking ball gets away from INF. Full count. Josh Reddick has come out to the on deck circle. He'll be batting for Johnny Gomes. And even if he doesn't bat here, more than likely will take over the outfield and right, moving Gentry over to left.
Not only a great bat, but an excellent throwing arm out in right field.
There's a 3-2. And he walked him. So a 2-out base on balls. Donaldson now has been on board all 4 times. And now Reddick will step up for his first plate appearance. .257 average for Reddick. 10 home runs, 39 runs batted in. 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Reddick's picked up the pace on the offensive side of things, hitting .297 this month. With 4 home runs and 11 runs batted in. Skies went out to right center field, not very deep. Long run in for Trout. He comes in and will make the running catch.
Talk about closing speed to be able to travel that far to catch that little flare in the right center field. Mike Trout talked about the need for some glove work tonight. We see it right there with Mike Trout coming in, preventing what could have been a flare hit and a first and third situation. Great play.
the fan photo of the game. Remember to tweet us your photos using hashtag WestFanPhoto, and your photo could be shown in an upcoming game broadcast.
Tonight it's Jesus Beltran with the Mike Trout jersey on.
Yeah, I like it.
Boy, did Mike Trout have to go a long way to make that play.
I like the Twitter name, Star Killer.
Yes.
28. Reddick stays in the game at right as we predicted. Gentry moves over to left. And Chris Iannetta leading things off here against Sonny Gray. Iannetta, Beckham, and Calhoun. Sonny Gray has settled in. This will be his 92nd pitch of the night. This one's rolled foul.
Well, he's been able to run that two-seam fastball in consistently against right-handed batters. It's never really a strike either. Most times run in and gets off the plate.
There's the 1-1. Breaking ball, and it's a strike. On the top part of the strike zone. 1-2. 4 strikeouts, 3 walks for Sonny Gray. 6 hits allowed. Iannetta 0 for 1 with a punch out and a walk. Two now. Swing and a miss. They brought after him with a fastball. 1 away.
Well, he had an opportunity early on with the bases loaded against Sonny Gray, and it's every good young pitcher, especially when you get that adrenaline going and you get through an inning, all of a sudden you become that much more difficult to hit as the game progresses.
And really from the 4th inning on is where he has settled in and not been stressed. As Beckham cuts through the off-speed pitch, and it's 0-1. As a matter of fact, you go back to that 4th inning when he walked Iannetta to start that inning. It was the double play that was started by Andy Perino off the bat of Beckham that kind of got Gray back on track. This was fouled off to the right. Like I said, after the 6th inning, 3 straight innings is when he's faced the minimum 3. That includes 2 double play balls. And there's the pitch count per inning, the 5th, 6th, and 7th.
And now 7th here in the 7th. Amazing.
Beckham 1 for 2. 2 RBIs, single in the 2nd. Chopper to 3rd. 2 hopper for Donaldson. 2 outs. Halos FJ Smith getting ready. Norris, Cayaspo, and Moss are due up for Oakland in the 8th inning.
Well, Gray at 98 pitches, 63 strikes, very good strike to ball ratio for Sonny Gray.
Breaking ball for a strike. Cole has yet to figure out Sonny Gray. 0 for 3. A pop up, a strikeout, a ground ball to second. First couple of at bats, it was fastballs in. Last one, off speed stuff. Starts him off here with a breaking ball.
Now this 1 for 13 in his career versus Gray for Calhoun.
Tapper foul up the first base line. No balls, 2 strikes. That product, that swing right there, product of he's cognizant of the fastballs in that he got his first 2 at bats. That's why you see a pitch away on a fastball, all of a sudden you see him trying to roll over.
And we've seen a lot of good swings for Calhoun hitting the ball to left center field of late. A lot of successful swings by not only Calhoun but the rest of the club going the other way against good pitching.
I mean, you talk about textbook of how to set up a hitter, especially exploiting something that you see early on. Gray has done that to Cole so far. All it takes is one mistake. That was the pitch that got him to swing and miss in the second. 95-mile-per-hour fastball. 1-2 now. As Gray is crossed over the century mark and pitches at 101 now.
Well, he wants that pitch way inside is to make sure he doesn't miss that location.
It also looked like he maybe was reminding Moss, hey, we're coming inside the first baseman in case he tries to pull something down the line. Maybe get a little quick.
Did everything on that side of the field to begin with because of the pitches thrown by Gray against Cole.
.65 strikes, 37 balls. 2-2. Strike him out. Fastball up and away. And the Angels go down in order. We're headed the 8th. Still tied at 3. Get a fast free quote at MercuryInsurance.com today and see how much you can save. Buy Jack in the Box at Jack's Spicy Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. And buy your Hyundai dealer. Get clearance pricing during the Hyundai Labor Day Blue Tag event going on now. Top of the 8th inning. 3-3 game between the top two teams, the American League West. The Angels with a game lead over the A's. This is the first of a 4-game set. And it's another tight one here as Joe Smith takes over for Kevin Jepsen, who went 1 inning and issued 1 walk. Everything else zeros. Joe pitching in his 64th game.
An outstanding 2.17 ERA for Joe Smith. 5-2 record. 15 saves for Joe Smith. With 64 games, and Kevin Jepsen early with his appearance, 65 games appeared out of the bullpen for Mike Scioscia.
Derek Norris, Alberto Callaspo, and Brandon Moss. The 3 batters for Oakland here in the 8th inning. 5, 6, and 7. Norris 0 for 3. 2 groundouts to Beckham and a double play ball in the 6th inning. Foul at the plate. Norris now 0 for his last 11. And his monthly batting average for the month of August has dipped down below 200. So clearly the back has been somewhat of an issue for him. The beach ball has hit the warning track out and right, so a delay here. 41,056 tonight. Good crowd on a Thursday night.
Maybe some huge crowds over the weekend now, starting tomorrow night. With a good crowd here tonight also.
1 ball, 1 strike. Oakland with 3 runs on 7 hits, have stranded 7 base runners. The Angels 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, had left 4 on base. A strike. 1-2.
Got a lot of that outside corner, but when you have a catcher reaching back a little bit for that ball, try to frame it, sometimes you won't get that call, but definitely in the strike zone. Try that sinker now.
A tapper foul. Oakland did have some action going in the bullpen. I figured they'll go to the bullpen. Gregerson had been loosening. So has some time. There's Gregerson. Bullpen that 23-16 with a 2.88 ERA this year. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Jack goes Norris, 1 down.
And now it's time for the Coors Light Cold Hard Facts. Speaking of the bullpen and Joe Smith in the game, bullpen for the Angels has been absolutely fantastic since the trade brought Jason Grilli over June 27th. ERA 2.23, which is 3rd best in baseball. Only Cleveland and Seattle with better ERAs out of the bullpen since that time. Excellent bullpen. The reason why the Angels have the best record in baseball.
Kayaspo lifts one out to center. Playable for Trout. 2 down. That bullpen ERA, by the way, right before the trade was at 4.46, which was 26th in Major League Baseball.
What, 12 blown saves at that point of the year? When you think about how different the record could have been, just when you cut that in half. The bullpen since that point has been unbelievable.
Yeah, overall, the pen for the Angels 24-18 and a 3.40 ERA. 2 outs here. Noble to Young. Brandon Moss, the batter. A strikeout, a single, and a walk for Moss, the first baseman. And they're going to switch things up. Beckham moves over to the right side of the infield. Ibar back to the shortstop position.
Sonny Gray looks like he's done for the night. Very solid outing once again.
Two balls and 1 strike. Howie out in shallow right field as Moss takes outside. And a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Last time the Angels retired the sign and order. It was the only time they retired the sign and order. It was the 2nd inning. And it was these 3 guys, Norris, Kayaspo, and Moss. And he works a 2-out walk. So back-to-back innings. First 2 batters retired, then a walk. Jefferson got Reddick to fly out to center. Now Soto will bat here.
That's a product of not wanting to give in, Victor, on a 3-1 count to a guy that's had a lot of success with the power swing against the Angels and Brandon Moss.
Giovanni Soto, the catcher tonight, 1 for 2. Double had scored in the 5th inning, walked in the 6th. A walk to Moss, and now 2-0 count on Soto. Joe last pitched on Saturday, threw 18 pitches against Oakland. Shortstop Eric Sogard on deck. Strike out of Norris. Chaos with a fly ball to center. Demand a little bit of an issue here for Smith. 3-1. That's a byproduct, though, of maybe not giving in to Moss. And you're trying to kind of be careful. You end up walking him, and then you're trying to find that release point again.
Yeah, especially with his delivery. It's a complicated delivery for Joe Smith. It's very difficult to get back into that good arm slot again.
Chopper to the left side. Beckham has it. Across the diamond, and we'll head to the bottom of the 8th here at the Big A. Trout, Pujols, and Hamilton coming up for the Angels in a 3-3 game. Well, we started off with Slaughter, and we've elevated the game to Van Halen now.
Love that
bottom
song.
Of the 8th. Fantastic song. And here at the bottom of the 8th inning, Mike Trout, Albert Pujols, Josh Hamilton will not have to face Sonny Gray. 103 pitches, 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. And the Angels let him off the hook in the 3rd inning, and he put it into cruise control. And now Bob Melvin goes to Luke Gregerson.
Yeah, Goodwin's figured it out, and Gregerson, speaking of good, has been very solid this season for Oakland. Has been solid throughout his career. Very good in San Diego, 3-3 this season, 2.44 ERA. Fastball not overpowering. Tries to sink it, 86-90. Slider very good one. Throws a ton of sliders. Occasional changeup.
Trout is scheduled to lead things off here. Mike 1 for 3 game tonight as he singled to center back in the 3rd inning.
Trout is 2 for 6 in his career versus Gregerson.
The A's without Sean Doolittle on the disabled list with an intercostal strain. Eric O'Flaherty be the guy to close things out for Oakland. But as we mentioned, it's a good bullpen, good arms on both the right and the left side. The 9th game that Gregerson has pitched in against the Angels this year. 1-0 at a .96 ERA. 9 1/3 innings, 7 hits, 7 strikeouts, 3 walks.
That is against the Angels this season. There's the first one to Trout. That is just off the plate for ball one. Breaking ball for a strike, evens up the count. Abbreviated windup for Gregerson. Throws a lot of strikes. 48 punch-outs, 12 walks on the season. Soto set up outside. Here's the 1-1. That is in there. At the top part of the strike zone.
Yeah, it's been called a number of times, especially against Mike Trout in this game. Rick Gibson. Movement on his fastball. Loves his slider. I think you're right, Victor. He's always around the strike zone. You're always going to get the benefit of the doubt. Borderline pitches when you're a strike thrower.
That location and speed, the one that shot it out on Sunday against Chavez at the Coliseum. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and you would think that that pitch up and in sets up the slider. Here's that home run he hit Sunday at the Coliseum.
They got up on a fastball to dead center field. This baseball went out by a lot. Center field.
2-2. Slider, it's rolled foul. The old up and in fastball.
Down and away.
Down and away slider combination.
Well, how many times you hear that meeting? Up and in, down and away.
What about this guy? Well, just go up and in.
Up and in and down and away. Finish him off away. Well, how about this guy? Yeah, up and in and back down and away.
Oh, those scouting meetings are great. Back upstairs. This one's fouled off to the right.
The best is when they tell you, hey, he's a good low ball hitter. Well, I'm a sinker ball pitcher. Well, he's a good low ball hitter. I said, should I walk him then?
Work up in the zone.
Yeah, that works well.
Albert Pujols on deck.
Going to go upstairs with a fastball again.
Did not get the call as it missed. And it's a full count.
I'd be real surprised if he didn't throw him a slider now. So a number of fastballs in this at bat. Well, we said it was going to be fun when these two teams meet in such a big series. It's lived up to already in here in game 1 of this 4-game set.
3-2 on the way. That is pulled, and Donaldson picks it. Fires across the diamond, and there's the first down. Heck of a play by the Oakland A's third baseman.
Boy, that would have been fun seeing how that baseball going down that line and get around that corner. Did throw him a slider. This was up in the zone, and he turned on it. One hopper. Donaldson picks it. Gathers himself. Strong throwing arm to get Trout out. Great play by Donaldson.
First out of the books here to start the 8th. And that'll bring up Albert Pujols. Albert 0 for 3 tonight. A strikeout, a pop-up, and a little bouncer back to the mound. Hamilton on deck. This one fouled back.
A good swing by Pujols against Gregerson.
Halos have had 5 base runners in the last 5+ innings. And that includes the 3 guys that they left on base. They left them loaded in the 3rd. So since the 4th, only 2 base runners, a walk and a single. 1-1 pitch. And that is drilled out to center.
There's been 2 baseballs just crushed against Gregerson in this inning. One was caught by Donaldson. That one is single in the center field for Pujols. Well, using that big part of the field once again by Albert. Stayed back on this baseball very well and hits it to center field. A little slider again to stay elevated, similar to the pitch that Trout hit the 3rd. This one, Albert, right up the middle, base hit. Pujols 3 for 7 in his career versus Gregerson now with that base hit.
Hamilton a 1 for 3 game. Guys, this one out to shallow left. Gentry comes in. 2 down.
Take a look at our Honda upcoming schedule. 3 more over the weekend against Oakland. Tomorrow it'll be John Lester going up against Jared Weaver.
Well, what a fantastic matchup that is. John Lester, 13-game winner, versus Jared Weaver, a 14-game winner. The Angels 11-2. His last 13 starts. There's Weave. Very good outing last time out against Oakland. Said he was working on some things mechanically. Did a better arm slot for his curveball. Was much more consistent his last game out. His curveball was. You got to deal with Kazmir and Samardzija in the last 2 games of the series after John Lester. That's a solid starting staff for Oakland.
Oakland splitting those 2 guys up, or should say changing those guys up. Originally it was supposed to be Kazmir on Saturday, Samardzija on Sunday. They flip-flopped him. Samardzija will go Saturday against to be determined, and then Kazmir will face Matt Shoemaker on Sunday afternoon. Now at 2 for 2, 2 singles and a walk. Pujols standing at first base. 3-3 tie here in the 8th. Houston Street getting ready for the Angels. He'll pitch the 9th. Tied or with the lead. Now he went around on the breaking ball, and the Angels are done here in the 8th. We'll head to the 9th. Still tied at 3.
Angels will be facing Oakland's 9-1 and 2 hitters here in the 9th inning. Sogard, Crisp, and Gentry. All good contact guys at decent speed. Houston Street will be the guy that will take over on the mound here. 17th game as an Angel, 0-1 record and a 1.20 ERA.
Keys for Houston Street, though, is keeping that sinker down in the zone, changes speeds very well with the slider and changeup. Not a ground ball action with Houston Street on the mound.
Eric Sogard, first plate appearance for him. He took over defensively in the 6th inning. Stephen Vogt pinch hit for Andy Perino the 6th. Sogard took over. Left-handed batter hitting .219 on the year. Home run 18 runs batted in. Houston's first pitch is lifted in the air to right. Hit well. But playable for Cole. One away. One pitch, one out to start this 9th inning. Houston pitched last night. Non-save situation just to get some work. Had not pitched in a week. Now look at back-to-back games. Joe Smith worked 1 inning, had 1 strikeout, 1 walk. First one's in for a strike. Coco a 2-for-4 game, a couple of singles and an RBI. Grounded out his last time up against Jepson. Both teams with 7 hits. Oakland is stranded 8. The Angels left 5 on.
Good movement and location, that fastball from Street. Very good deception in his delivery. A lot of movement before he even delivers the baseball, throwing off the timing of a hitter.
One, two. This one's hooked foul. Out in front of the off speed. Sam Fold has come out to the on deck circle. The pitch hitting for Craig Gentry. Another 1-2 upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full homered yesterday. Proved to be the game winner against the Houston Astros. 2-2 from Street. This one's lifted out to left center. A tail back toward Hamilton. 2 down. Well, here's Fold batting for Gentry. .261 batting average, 3 home runs, 26 runs batted in. This will be his 32nd game with the Oakland A's. Acquired in a trade with the Minnesota Twins. Tommy Malone going to the Twins. Well, Malone was the one that got the start tonight against Kansas City. No decision for him.
ball, no strikes, looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth inning. The A's have a couple of guys up. O'Flaherty, the lefty. Otero, the right-hander. Game stays tied. I would imagine it's Otero. Ibar, Freeze, and Iannetta due up for the Halos in the ninth. 1-1. There we go.
In contrast, Otero more of a sinker, slider pitcher. O'Flaherty, firm fastball from the left side.
One ball, two strikes. Foul off to the right. The count remains 1-2. Eleven pitches thrown by Houston Street. 8 strikes, 3 balls. This one's out to center. Trout has this one in his sights. And a 1-2-3 inning for Houston Street. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Derek Ibar, David Freese, and Chris Iannetta coming up in a 3-3 game. Houston Street retiring the side in order. Angels have Ibar, Freeze, and Iannetta coming up here. Stick around after the last down. Angels Live postgame presented by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Patrick O'Neill, Jose Mota, Tim Sham, and Alex Curry will break it all down for you. Last out or last run since we're in the bottom of the ninth. Dan Otero takes over, 59th game. 8-1 record, a 2.21 ERA. He's thrown the ball well against the Angels this year. This will be his 7th appearance. He's not allowed a run. He's given up 7 hits and 6 2/3, 5 strikeouts and 2 walks.
He's a guy who keeps the ball down in the strike zone. No question about Sam Fold taking over in left field for Oakland.
Eric Ibar leading things off here. Takes inside. Eric extending his inning streak to 13 games back in the second inning. A 1-for-2 game. It was an RBI single. He eventually scored the run. He's also walked. Hit a fly ball to center. John McDonald has walked out to the on-deck circle, but that would only mean that he would come to the plate if Ibar reaches. It'll be a sacrifice.
Exactly, sacrifice bunt.
And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Otero taking over for Gregerson, who went 1 inning, allowed a hit and struck out a man. That was the 8th. Took a little off.
It's a good take, though, by Ibar. Your job right now is to get on base any way you can.
Otero pitched last night through 38 pitches, hitting in a third against the Astros. Chopper off the plate up the first base line. Moss fields and they collide, and they're calling that a foul ball. Or are they?
He's going to be awarded because of interference running down the line. Yeah. That's what they're going to call. Because he ran into the guy that doesn't have the baseball. So that's interference to not allow him to have a path going down the line. First baseman fields the ball, pitcher's in the way. The collision, if you run into him, you're awarded a base. That's the rules. We always talk about how smart Eric Ibar is. So this baseball is fielded by the first baseman. Or is it by Otero?
Yeah, Otero had it.
Yeah, I mean, then it's a little different. Well, I thought initially that Mawson fielded the ball, but Otero fielded the ball.
Bob Melvin still having the conversation with Greg Gibson.
And they might gather together, the umpires, which looks like that's going to be the case. Originally, I thought that Moss fielded the baseball, but Otero did, and he had the baseball when the collision was made.
Jerry Davis is the crew chief. He walked over immediately.
It's a tough call because there's nowhere for Eric Ibar to even run.
And this looks like an explanation of Bob Melvin, so it's going to stand, it looks like. I would imagine they're calling obstruction here, and that's when a fielder hinders a base runner from getting to the bag. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
But there's been times where as a pitcher you field the ball and you're allowed to apply a tag. But again, there was no area at all for Eric Ibar to run down the line, though. That's a tough call. Doesn't look like it's going to be overturned with Bob Melvin out there for that long a period of time with Jerry Davis, the crew chief. And the collision. It's going to be interesting on a judgment call.
And Jerry Davis just signaled up to the official score, Ed Munson. He signaled with the hand, the P, so it looks like Bob Melvin is, I would imagine, is protesting the call in this game.
We've seen that a number of times lately.
I'll be honest with you, I've seen quite a bit of baseball in my time. I don't think I've seen a play like that up the first base line with two guys right there on the baseline and the base runner being awarded first base on obstruction.
There's really no path at all for Eric Ibar to go.
This game is officially under protest. Bob Melvin did not like the explanation from Jerry Davis, but the umpires did get together and they affirmed the decision of home plate umpire Greg Gibson. So Ibar's at first. John McDonald will pinch hit here. He's batting at Freese's spot in the order. Donaldson anticipating a bunt, creeping in over at third base. The bunt on the first base side. Moss and a miscommunication, and it's going to go as an infield base hit.
And finally gets that base hit for John McDonald. Boy, you wonder if that play before was the reason why there was no play made here, as both the pitcher and first baseman converging for the baseball. Again, this time Moss gets out of the way, and John McDonald gets that base hit.
First hit for John McDonald since July 1st in Chicago. So the winning run, and Eric Ibar stands at second base. And Efren Navarro will be called out here. He'll be pinch hitting for Chris Iannetta. And officially, they're calling the play on Ibar defensive interference and an error on Otero, the pitcher. First and second, nobody out. Navarro, the pinch hitter, facing Otero. Corner infielders coming in. Navarro tried to bunt, bunts it foul.
But the last time Navarro bunted, sacrifice bunt, was back on September 25th of 2011.
Efren showing bunt, and it's bunted back toward the mound. The play goes to first. The sacrifice advances. Ibar to third, and McDonald to second, but the only one that counts is that man right there.
And a lot of times you see a manager walk the batter to load the base to have a force play at home, but what with Cole Calhoun on deck and pointing back into the plate? Righty at this point, lefty on deck. They're going to go out there and bring the infield in.
Beckham tonight 1 for 3, a 2 RBI single back in the second. Double play ball in the fourth and a ground out in the seventh. Now they're going to intentionally walk him to face Cole Calhoun.
Well, so far, 3 runners on base here in this inning, and no baseball has left the infield.
It looks like Fernando Abad, the left-hander, is up and loosening for Oakland, so they could conceivably go to the pen and just bring Abad to face Cole Calhoun. There's ball 3. Ryan Cook, the right-hander, I would imagine would follow if that is the case. And there's ball 4. So they're loaded up now. So at least Melvin has the option to go to the lefty if he wants. Abad pitched yesterday as well. And here comes Melvin. So Fernando Abad will be called into this ballgame. As said, he pitched last night through just 10 pitches in his 1/3 of an inning. Last pitch against the Angels on the 24th. The pitching change. We're at the bottom of the ninth. The Angels have them loaded with 1 out in a 3-3 game.
The bottom of the ninth with one out and the bases loaded. And now it's time for our top tier play of the game presented by Arco. The play that started this inning. A high chopper off the plate and the collision between Ibar, Otora, and Brandon Moss. No path to first base for Eric Ibar. That created the interference and the error, allowing him to get to first base. Eventually the game is being played under protest by Bob Melvin and the Oakland A's, but Eric Ibar, very good decision to run into a fielder at that point.
And in case you're wondering, as far as the protest is concerned, it'll be heard if the Angels win. The protest would be heard by Major League Baseball. The umpires will file a report. The A's will file a report. And Major League Baseball will make the determination. If Oakland were to win the ball game, the protest just goes away. Fernando Abad pitching in his 60th game, and he's been fantastic for Oakland. 2-4 record and a 1.58 ERA. Mentioned he pitched last night. He's got the bases loaded with one out here facing Cole Calhoun.
Well, he's inherited 29 runners. He's stranded 28 of them. Fastballs, 90-95, curveball, changeup. And if you're Cole, you just be patient. Look for a fastball, middle part of the plate, and drive it in the air deep enough to get that run home.
Infield is in. The outfield is in as well. Cole's had an 0-for-4 game with a couple of strikeouts. And Abad has been tough against lefties and right-handers this year. Here's the first one. Cole cuts through the fastball. It's 0-1. Came right after him. Eric Ibar, the winning run, standing at third base. McDonald and Beckham, the other two runners at second and first respectively. As Cole lifts one out to shallow center. That's going to be deep enough. That's going to be infield fly rule. 2 outs. Ryan Cook ready to go in the bullpen if Bob Melvin wants to. And sure enough, Angels will have another pitching change here to wait through. The Halos tonight now 2 for 8 with men in scoring position. This is the second time in the game in which they've had the bases loaded. And so far they are 0 for 2. Another pitching change. Abad gets his man. We'll see if Cook can get his. Game. Mike Trout will be facing Ryan Cook, and let's flash back, shall we?
July 4th against the Astros. Mike Trout, walk-off home run, his second walk-off home run of this season. Now just a base hit, or a walk, anything to bring that walk-off victory here. Another tight game between Oakland and the Angels.
Ryan Cook takes over for Fernando Abad. This will be his 47th game, 1-1 mark and a 3.30 ERA. One save under his belt. 43 and 2/3 innings, 44 strikeouts and 18 walks.
Fastball's 90-95, very good slider. Changeup, he does have a tendency to overthrow that slider. So if you're Eric Ibar, be ready. Pitching to dirt. Gets away from Soto.
First one from Cook is down and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Trout tonight 1 for 4, singled and stole a base back in the 3rd inning. He's also struck out, hit a fly ball to left in his last at bat in the 8th inning against Luke Gregerson. Hit a missile over to Donaldson, who did a terrific job on the backhand. And throw him out. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That is a little bit high. 2 balls and no strikes. A borderline pitch.
Trout 2 for 7 versus Cook. Now in the driver's seat, a fastball count, looking for a zone. Very difficult for a pitcher coming out of the bullpen. Bases loaded now, find himself behind in the count 2-0. 313 hitter with the bases loaded for Trout.
Two-0 pitch. Ground ball to 3rd. Donaldson will go the short way, and it's a wide throw, but the foot stays on the bag. He's called out at 2nd, and the Angels are done here in the 9th, although Mike Scioscia is going to come out and at least have a little conversation here. And he might have it looked at.
Mike Scioscia is going to look in at Dino Evil.
Yep. That's going to be it. So the Angels, for the 3rd time tonight, load the bases and cannot bring in a run. The struggles with the bases loaded for the Angels this year continue.
Boy, what a play by Callaspo, keeping his foot on the base.
We head to the 10th, still tied. On the Athletics, but unable to get the job done. Here's the last play to end that 9th inning. Nice play by Alberto Callaspo on the throw by Donaldson to keep that foot on the bag.
Yeah, force out at 2nd, able to keep the foot on the base and get through the inning.
Fernando Salas takes over here, and he'll face the heart of the order. Donaldson, Reddick, and Norris in the 10th inning. 46th game for Fernando, 4-0 record. And a 2.28 ERA as Hank Conger takes over behind the plate. Donaldson's been on board 4 times, 2 walks, a double, and a home run. First one's a breaking ball, first strike.
Dangerous spot. Fastball up against Donaldson. Twice he hit good shots off of Wilson. Fastball in and up, double down the line, and fastball out over the plate, but up and hit it out to left field.
Oh, 2 just off the plate. Odds are that the protest was put on by the Oakland A's and Bob Melvin, more than likely just a moot point now, considering nothing happened after that play. One, 2. This was lifted, foul, and out of play.
Now, we always say that when you come to the ballpark, you'll see something new every day. I've never seen that play before, which you had that collision, which you have 2 fielders and the runner going down the line like that happened with Eric Ibar. But that was still a wise decision by Ibar to initiate the contact to get that interference called.
Off-speed pitch, missing away. This is popped up. First base side into foul territory goes Pujols. One down. Got him on an off-speed pitch. First time the Angels have been able to retire Josh Donaldson.
Got him off balance. Slider.
Second at bat for Josh Reddick. He came out as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning. The fly ball to center field. So he's 0 for 1. Handles have Pujols, Hamilton, and Kendrick coming up at the bottom of the 10th. 0-2. Upstairs. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Reddick. 2 down.
A good fastball by Fernando. It's by Reddick, a fastball hitter. The location perfect. Outside part of the plate. A swing and miss.
There's Derek Norris at DH tonight. He takes up and away. Norris 0 for 4. Struck out his last time up. With it, Ryan Cook will start the bottom of the 10th inning to face Pujols. Eric O'Flaherty loosening in the pen now for Oakland. Might face Hamilton. 2 balls and no strikes.
This one's fouled back. Heads up, Gooby.
That one ran into the A's broadcast booth.
That was a good line drive back in at him.
Yeah. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the 10th inning. Lifted out to shallow right. Now Kendrick drifting out, calls for it. And Fernando Salas delivers a 1-2-3-10. We'll head to the bottom of the inning. Pujols, Hamilton, and Kendrick coming up. Still tied at 3. Bottom of the 10th inning, tied at 3. Pujols, Hamilton, Kendrick coming up. And Ryan Cook is the man indeed out there to start the inning. O'Flaherty more than likely to face Josh Hamilton. Cook induced that fielder's choice that Trout hit into with the base loaded at 2 outs to end the 9th inning. Albert tonight 1 for 4, single back in the 8th inning. Jason Grilli now warming up for the Angels should this ball game continue. Not a bad way to start a 4-game series. The team that's right behind you. The game back. The Angels at one point had a 3-0 lead. That was back in the 2nd. Could have added on in the 3rd. Did not. And Oakland scored twice in the 5th. Once in the 6th. Donaldson home run off C.J. Wilson, tying this game up at 3. Wilson giving up 3 runs at 5 2/3, 7 hits. More in a third of an inning. With Jepson, Smith, Street, and now Salas, each with solo innings. Lays off the slide. 2 balls, no strike.
Pujols has a walk-off home run back on August 9th, that 19-inning game. It's the Red Sox, the right center field. Is in a good hitter's count right now, 2-0.
Takes down and in. Very similar to the pitch that Cook got Trout on.
Yeah, that was probably Mike when you look back at that play, that pitch. Even though he hit it well, a little bit out of the strike zone. Green light special here now for Pujols if he gets a fastball.
Three and 1. And he takes inside for ball 4. So, 2nd straight inning. The Angels have the winning run on board.
This time via the walk and no obstruction. And it looks like Cook will face Josh Hamilton. Hamilton 1 for 4 tonight. Singled and scored back in the second inning. Ground ball toward the middle. That sneaks through for a base hit. Albert will round second, head to third, and the Angels have the winning run at third base.
Just under the glove of Callaspo. We may see Bob Melvin do it once again. Walk the bases loaded. Josh Hamilton, a base hit, and Albert Pujols able to go first to third.
A walk and a single. See what Melvin's going to do here. And it looks like now they're going to pitch him. Thought for a second there Soto was going to give the old four-finger waggle. Infield is in. So is the outfield. Howie's 2 for 3 tonight. And he'll look at a strike. 2 singles, a walk, and a strikeout. Oh, 1. Now he chases a high fastball around his collar. And it's no balls and 2 strikes.
Boy, Howie's expanded his strike zone quite a bit since that single back in the second inning. Especially on some sliders away against Gregerson. That fastball up. Just trying to make contact, get the job done.
0-2 pitch off the plate. 1 and 2 down. Breaking ball. It's fouled off the ground and came up and hit Howe in the face.
It looked like it bounced right back up and got him in the mouth area. Slider down, just trying to make contact, but came up, boy, right in the mouth and nose.
Tough pitch, too.
Boy, just trying to stay alive when you're at bat. Good job of just fouling that pitch off by Howie.
Now another 1-2, and that is off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Soto trying to bring it back a little bit. Winning run 90 feet away. Angels trying to pick up their 80th win and take a 2-game lead in the American League West. Had the opportunity tonight, trying to capitalize here in the 10th. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Full count. Highmore on deck.
5 career walk-off hits for Howie. Last one on June 21st versus Texas. RBI double.
Three-two pitch. Now he fouls it back out of fastball.
And this is game 1 of a 4-game set.
Yeah. John Lester, Jared Weaver tomorrow night. Howie shoots from the right. This should do it. Back is Reddick. Tagging is Pujols. Drive home safely. 4-3 Angels win it.